Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about some problems on rectifiers and filters. So in the rectifiers, how to calculate the ripple factor, how to calculate the efficiency, and how to calculate the average values and RMS values. At the same time, in the filters, how to calculate the ripple factor. So all these things we are going to discuss here. So see here, it is the voltage doubler circuit. Here we are using one capacitor and two diodes, so two capacitors and two diodes, so C1, C2 and D1, D2. So here the input voltage is Vn, the output will be 2 Vm. The voltage becomes twice, voltage doubler circuit. Okay. Here in this circuit, during the positive half cycle, diode D1 is forward biased. Okay. So D1 is forward biased and D2 becomes reverse biased. In the voltage doubler circuit, D1 is forward biased and D2 is reverse biased. So D1 acts as short circuit and D2 acts as open circuit, right? So see here, see the directions here. So D1 acts as short circuit and D2 acts as open circuit in the positive half cycle. So in the negative half cycle, diode D1 is reverse biased and D2 becomes forward biased. So here in the negative half cycle, so D1 acts as an open circuit and D2 acts as a short circuit. So D2 is forward biased, that's why it acts as a short circuit, and D1 acts as open circuit. D1 is reverse biased. See here, if you apply KVL at this loop, here Vc2 minus Vm equal to 0. So Vm is the voltage across the capacitor. So here then Vn equal to V maximum. Then Vc2 becomes Vm plus Vm. So Vc2, the output voltage is 2 Vm. Okay, so it is a voltage doubler circuit. The voltage across the second capacitor, that is Vc2 equal to 2 Vm. So in the voltage doubler circuit, in the positive half cycle, D1 is forward biased and D2 is reverse biased. In the negative half cycle, D1 is reverse biased and D2 is forward biased. So here the voltage is doubled. Okay. See here. So a half-wave rectifier having a resistive load of 1000 ohms rectifies an alternating voltage of 325 volts peak value, and the diode has a forward resistance of 100 ohms. So here calculate the peak, average and RMS value of current, DC output power, AC input power and efficiency of the rectifier. So it is a half-wave rectifier circuit. So a half-wave rectifier having a resistive load of 1000 ohms rectifies an alternating voltage of 325 volts peak value, and the diode has a forward resistance of 100 ohms. Here the given values are, so diode forward resistance is 100 ohms and RL is 1000 ohms and V maximum is 325 volts. Okay. Here we have to calculate peak value, average value and RMS value of current and the efficiency of the rectifier. So if you want to calculate the efficiency, we require DC power and AC input power, DC output power and AC input power. So first calculate the peak value of current, that is maximum value of current, I maximum. So here we can write I maximum equal to I equal to V by R. So Im equal to Vm by Rf plus RL. Vm by RL. Here we have the diode internal resistance is 100 ohms. So take the diode internal resistance or forward resistance of the diode. So it is 100 ohms. So then Im becomes, so Vm is 325 by Rf is 100 and RL is 1000. So it becomes 295.45 milliamperes. That is the peak current or maximum current. Next, average current or DC current. So we know that in the half wave rectifier, IDC equal to Im by pi. So here substitute Im value, then IDC becomes 94.04 milliamperes. That is the average current or DC current. And the next one is RMS value of current or AC current. That is IRMS equal to Im by 2. In the half wave rectifier, IRMS is Im by 2 and IDC is Im by pi. So here substitute Im, then IRMS becomes 147.7 milliamperes. Okay. So next one is we have to calculate the DC power and AC power. So AC input power and DC output power. So here you know that PDC equal to IDC square into RL. PDC equal to IDC square into RL. So substitute IDC, then PDC is 8.84 watts. So how to calculate the AC input power? So here PAC equal to IRMS square into RL. So IRMS square into RF plus RL. So here the diode forward resistance is 100 ohms. So substitute IRMS, RF and RL values. So PAC is IRMS square into RF plus RL. So substitute RMS, IRMS, RF and RL values. Then the output power becomes 24 watts. Here the input power becomes 24 watts. The output power is 8.84 watts. The input power is 24 watts. So then calculate based on these two powers, calculate the efficiency of the rectification. So it is the efficiency of rectification is the ratio of output power to input power. It is the ratio of PDC to PAC, right? So if you substitute PDC and PAC values, then the efficiency of this rectifier is 36.85%. So a half wave rectifier having the efficiency of less than 40%. It utilizes only half of the cycle, so that's why the efficiency is restricted to only 40%. So in this problem, the given values are V maximum, RL and RF. So here the peak current, average current and RMS value of currents, DC power, AC power and efficiency we have to calculate. Okay. So next problem is a half wave rectifier has a load of 3.5 kilo ohms. If the diode resistance and secondary coil resistance together have a resistance of 800 ohms and the input voltage has a signal voltage of peak value 240 volts, calculate the peak average and RMS value of current, DC output power, AC input power and efficiency of the rectifier. You see this problem, a half wave rectifier has a load of 3.5 kilo ohms. So here RL is 3.5 kilo ohms. If the diode resistance and the secondary coil resistance together have a resistance of 800 ohms. So here RF plus RS equal to 800 ohms. Diode resistance and the secondary coil resistance, that is RS and RF, equal to 800 ohms. And the peak value of input voltage is 240 volts. Okay, they are the given values. So load resistance is 3.5 kilo ohms, diode and secondary coil resistance is 800 ohms, and the peak value of input voltage is 240 volts. So from this, I had to calculate the average current, RMS current, and peak current. So first, how to calculate the peak value of current? So we know that Im equal to Vm by RL, but here we have RS and RF also. So take RS and RF. Then Im equal to Vm by RS plus RF plus RL. So it becomes 55.8 milliamperes. Then the average value of current IDC is Im by pi in the half wave rectifier. So it becomes 17.7 milliamperes. Then the RMS value of current IRMS is Im by 2. So it becomes 27.9 milliamperes. So then calculate the DC output power, DC output power, AC input power. We know that PDC equal to IDC square into RL, and substitute is IDC and RL values. Then it becomes 1.1 watts. Then the AC input power is, you know that PAC is IRMS square into RF plus RL. So substitute here IRMS value, RF and RL values, and it becomes 3.34 watts. So based on these two powers, we can calculate the efficiency. So efficiency equal to PDC by PAC 200. So the efficiency becomes 33%. So in the half wave rectifier, the efficiency should be less than 40%. Okay. So next, a half wave rectifier is used to supply 24 volts DC to a resistive load of 500 ohms, and the diode has a forward resistance of 50 ohms. Calculate the maximum value of the AC voltage required at the input. So here we have to calculate the maximum value of the AC voltage. We have to calculate the maximum value of input voltage. Here the load resistor is 500 ohms. So from this first of all calculate average value of load current. That becomes IDC equal VDC by RL. So substitute VDC and RL value. Here VDC is 24 volts and RL is 500 ohms. Then it becomes 48 milliamperes. Then the maximum value of load current I maximum is, so generally it is IDC equal to IM by pi. So from this relation we can calculate IM. So IM equal to pi into IDC. So substitute pi and IDC values. Then it becomes 150.8 milliamperes. So from these two values we can calculate the maximum AC voltage. We can calculate the maximum AC voltage. So that is the input voltage. So VM equal to IM into RL. Here it is RF plus RL. RF plus RL. So it becomes 82.94 volts. So substitute IM and RL values. Here RF equal to 0. Then substitute RL value. So here IM is 150.8 milliampere. So 150.8 into 10 power minus 3 into RL value is 550 ohms. So it becomes 82.94 volts. Okay. Here we have calculated the input maximum voltage. So next one is a 230 volts 60 hertz voltage is applied to the primary of a 5:1 step down center tap transformer used in a full wave rectifier having a load of 900 ohms. If the diode resistance and secondary coil resistance together has a resistance of 100 ohms, determine DC voltage across the load, DC current flowing through the load, DC power delivered to the load. Next, peak inverse voltage across each diode, a ripple voltage and its frequency, and finally rectification efficiency. So we have to calculate the DC voltage across the load, VDC. Next, DC current flowing through the load, that is IDC. Next, DC power delivered to the load, PDC, and peak inverse voltage across each diode, then ripple voltage and its frequency, finally the rectification efficiency. We have to calculate all these parameters. The given values are, here a 230 volt 60 hertz voltage is applied to the primary of a 5:1 step down center tap transformer. Here the load is 900 ohms. The load is 900 ohms. If the diode resistance and secondary coil resistance together has a resistance of 100 ohms, here the diode resistance and the secondary coil resistance is 100 ohms. See here, first calculate the voltage across the secondary, the voltage across the two ends of the secondary, that is equal to 230 by 5. Here the step down transformer's turns ratio is 5:1. So then the voltage across the secondary winding, it is 230 by 5. that becomes 46 volts. That is the voltage across the secondary, right? It is 230 by, here the step ratio is 5:1, transfer ratio is 5:1. So the voltage across the secondary becomes 46 volts. That is 230 by 5. Voltage from center tapping to one end. So voltage from center tapping to one end, that is equal to 23 volts. So voltage across the two ends is 46 volts. Voltage from center tapping to one end is 23 volts. Here the DC voltage across the load. The DC voltage across the load, that is VDC equal to 2 Vm by pi. In the full wave rectifier, the DC voltage is 2 Vm by pi. So substitute Vm and pi values. Then the DC voltage across the load, it becomes 20.7 volts. Next one is DC current flowing through the load, that is IDC. So here IDC equal to VDC by RL. Here we have RS plus RF plus RL. It becomes 20.7 milliamperes. Next one is DC power delivered to the load. So it is PDC equal to IDC square into RL. That is the DC power. How much DC power delivered to the load? So substitute IDC, that is 20.7 into 10 power minus 3, and RL is 900 ohms. So the DC power becomes 0.386 watts. Next, the peak inverse voltage across the diode is 2 Vm. 2 Vm. So it becomes 65 volts. The ripple voltage is Vrms equal to square root of Vrms square minus Vdc square. Substitute Vrms and Vdc values. So the ripple voltage is 10 volts. Then the frequency of ripple voltage is 2 into 60, that is equal to 120 Hz. Finally, the rectification efficiency. The rectification efficiency is PDC by PAC. So substitute here PDC and PAC. PDC is VDC square by RL and PAC is Vrms square by RL. So then it becomes VDC square by Vrms square. So substitute VDC and Vrms values. So it becomes 0.81. So here therefore the percentage efficiency is 81%. In the full wave rectifier, the ideal value of efficiency is 81.2. Okay. Here we have calculated the DC voltage across the load VDC, the DC current flowing through the load IDC, and the DC power delivered to the load PDC, and peak inverse voltage across each diode, the ripple voltage, and the rectification efficiency. Okay. So next one is bridge rectifier. So a 230 volts 50 Hz voltage is applied to the primary of a 4:1 step down transformer used in a bridge rectifier having a load resistance of 600 ohms. Assuming the diodes to be ideal, determine DC output voltage, DC power delivered to the load, peak inverse voltage, and output frequency. So here in the bridge rectifier, so calculate the DC power delivered to the load, the DC output voltage, peak inverse voltage, and the output frequency. The given values are, so the step down transformer, transfer ratio 4:1, a 230 volts 50 Hz voltage is applied to the primary of the transformer, and the load resistance is 600 ohms. So here the RMS value of the transformer secondary voltage, it is Vrms is 230 by 4, so we get 57.5 volts. From this, the maximum value of the secondary voltage is √2 into 57.5, that is equal to 81.3 volts. Then the DC output voltage VDC is 2 Vm by pi in bridge rectifier. So substitute Vm value, then it becomes VDC becomes 52 volts. VDC becomes 52 volts. Then the DC power delivered to the load, it is PDC equal to VDC square into RL. so it becomes 2.7 watts. Next, peak inverse voltage across each diode, it is V maximum. So in the bridge rectifier, the peak inverse voltage is V maximum, but in the full wave rectifier, it is 2V maximum, and in the half wave rectifier, it is equal to V maximum. So the peak inverse voltage across each diode, it is V maximum, that is equal to 81.3 volts, and the output frequency is 2F. So it is 2 into 50, that is equal to 100 Hz. So next, the next problem, we have to calculate IDC, voltage across the load, and peak inverse voltage. See this, in a bridge rectifier, the transformer is connected to 200 volts 60 Hz mains, and the turns ratio of the step down transformer is 11:1, assuming the diode is ideal. Then find IDC, voltage across the load, and peak inverse voltage. So here in the bridge rectifier, the input voltage is 200 volts and 60 Hz. The turns ratio is 11:1. The turns ratio is 11:1. So to find the voltage across the load, VDC equal to 2 Vm by pi. In the bridge rectifier, it is 2 Vm by pi. So from this you can calculate Vm value, that becomes 25.7 volts. So from this we can calculate the VDC value, 2 Vm by pi. So it is, the VDC becomes 16.36 volts. So and we can find out IDC. So here RL is 600 ohms. So from this IDC equal to VDC by RL, substitute VDC and RL here, IDC, it becomes 27.2 milliamperes. And the peak inverse voltage is V maximum. The peak inverse voltage is V maximum, it is equal to 25.7 volts. So it is about bridge rectifier, problems on rectifiers. Next we will see the problems on filters. Okay. Here a full rectified voltage of 18 volts peak is applied across a 500 microfarad filter capacitor. Calculate the ripple and DC voltage if the load takes a current of 100 milliamperes. So a full rectified voltage of 18 volts peak is applied across a 500 microfarads filter capacitor. Calculate the ripple and DC voltage if the load takes a current of 100 milliamperes. Here the given values are Vm is 18 volts, C equal to 500 microfarads, and IDC is 100 milliamperes. So from this we have to calculate the ripple and DC voltage. So here VDC equal to Vm minus IDC by 4FC. So substitute these values, and VRMS is IDC by 4 root 3 FC. So from this we can calculate the ripple factor. So ripple factor, it is the ratio of VRMS to VDC. Substitute VRMS values and VDC values. So it becomes 3.39%. 3.39%. That is capacitor filter. In the capacitor filter, the ripple factor is very low. Next, see here, a full wave rectifier supplies a load requiring 300 volts at 200 milliamperes. Calculate the transformer secondary voltage. For a capacitor input filter using a capacitor of 100 millifarads and a choke input filter using a choke of 10 henries and a capacitance of 10 microfarads. Here neglect the resistance of choke. So the given values are VDC is 300 volts, IDC is 200 milliamperes. So for the capacitor filter with C equal to 10 microfarads and VDC equal to Vm minus IDC by 4 FC. So that is 400, Vm is 400 volts peak to peak, and Vrms is Vm by root 2, that is 282.84 volts. Next, for the choke, this is for the LC filter with L equal 10 henries and C equal to 10 microfarads. Here VDC equal to 2 Vm by pi. Substitute here. So from this you can calculate V maximum is equal to 471 volts, and Vrms is Vm by root 2. It becomes 333.21 volts. Okay. Next one is determine the ripple factor of a L-type choke filter. L-type choke input filter comprising a 10 henries choke and 8 microfarads capacitor used with a full wave rectifier. Compare with a simple 8 microfarad capacitor in input filter at a load current of 50 milliampere and also at 150 milliamperes. Assume the DC voltage of 50 volts. Here the given values are VDC is 50 volts, L is 10 henries and C equal to 8 microfarads. Assume frequency is 50 Hz. Here there is omega equal to 2 pi f, that is equal to 100 pi radians per second. For LC filter, the ripple factor is 1 by 6 root 2 omega square LC, and substitute these values, then we get 1.49%. For simple capacitor filter, C equal to 8 microfarads and IL equal to 50 millihenries, RL equal to VDC by IL, and the ripple factor becomes, so it is 1 by 4 root 3 FCRL, then it becomes 36.08%. In the second case, if IL is 150 milliamperes, so substitute these values in the ripple factor formula, then it get 108.2%. Okay, so it is about ripple factor in the capacitor filters. Okay, with this I am going to stop the presentation. Thank you.